Howdy, folks. We're in beautiful Vernon, Florida, aka the Panhandle, at a very peaceful, secluded, deserted kayak launch river access called Cotton Landing. Good to see you. Good to see you. It's been a minute. Back in the van full time now. It's been a little over a week. Kind of cheated because I got a hotel for a couple days. But yeah, it's truly roughing it because my batteries are not hooked up yet. I got new ones, luckily, from a old guy in Tampa. Moo! Moo! Yeah, this is like a super nice park. Look at this hand railing. Like, I guess you launch kayaks or pull them out here. The water is grade A, piranha infested swamp water. I bet this place is popping in the summer. Although, it feels great to me right now. Don't have a plan. The cool thing about Florida is free campsites is you just book them online and then you're in free. And apparently this one is unknown. So I booked it through Monday and it's Thursday? Yeah. The plan is just to work on my batteries, maybe my sink, hang out, and then transition to Alabama soon. Mainly because there's a lot of good jiu-jitsu. Yeah, I never updated you on living a year at an ayahuasca farm. The short of it is communal living is gay as fuck. When there's faggotry amongst the men, the ranks. No, when, I don't know, narcissism runs deep in the shaman community. You gotta be a little full of yourself to self-appoint your life as a shaman. Sort of like life coaches, which they were both. Plus, I wasn't like farming. I wanted to learn about farming, and we were just cleaning for ceremony most of the time. Or like organizing their shed, and I don't know. I cooked a ton of meals. I bought mats, jiu-jitsu mats, $800 worth before the lockdown with the whatever government kickback bullshit. And I invested the other 400 in the stock market. And yeah, I taught everyone jiu-jitsu, which most purple belts charge $40 to $60 a private, depending. I didn't charge them anything and did all the work, mopped the mats, like every 3 days a week, sometimes more, for 6 months ish, 5-6 months. Yeah, I don't know. Should have got paid. Food was my only payment, and I ate one smoothie and dinner. So, and worked 6 hours a day. Overall, I recommend Woof. Just don't stay longer than 3 weeks. Because it takes you like 3 weeks to get trained up, and then you learn everything. But I got back into jiu-jitsu. I did 10 ayahuasca ceremonies, one San Pedro, and one mushroom. Yeah, and then we did acid a couple times. Learned how to brew ayahuasca. That was cool. I learned microgreens. That was cool. I could have learned sourdough bread making, but I don't give a fuck. Bread's for fat pieces of shit. Uh, yeah, I learned how to farm in Florida, which is. You feel like it's more fertile here, but the soil is all sand, so it's kind of garbage for farming, food growing. Uh, oh, I did get my electric bike fixed. I don't even know if you knew, but I crashed it. And yeah, so the people I was staying with, they sold life insurance. They were fear peddlers for like 2 months out of the year. So basically, we were watching their farm, me and two other woofers, and they just got all cooked out. We're like listening to our conversations on the cameras and stuff, and watching where we were driving the car, which was to get groceries. And I took it to jiu-jitsu a couple times, but yeah, they've said I could before. And then when they got back, they kicked Linda out, one of the woofers, on Thanksgiving. And I dropped her off with friends so she could stay with them for a couple days. And when I got back, I was like, you know what? I'm leaving. And I packed up my shit in 2 days and then left. Made sure I put a giant scythe right outside the gate, like a flagpole almost, as I was leaving. Just as a little reminder that I am the Grim Reaper. Yeah, and then I went down to Marco Island, stayed with my old roommate for a couple days, and his parents had a Airbnb down there. Then I got a hotel in Venice for like 4 or 5 nights. It was a good deal to trade airline miles for hotel. And yeah, I've stayed at a boat launch. Boat launches are a theme, I guess, in van life in the South. Because I realize I've stayed at a lot of boat launches. Haven't had to Cracker Barrel. Hopefully done crackering at the barrel. Nah. Honestly, once I get my batteries fixed and I need places to plug in to keep them charged, back to the crack. But yeah, I just trying to find a spot so I can train jiu-jitsu and park the van and not have to drive too far to jiu-jitsu. I know there's a Cracker Barrel like 1 mile from a jiu-jitsu gym in Decatur, Alabama, which is the one I want to train at. So we'll see if I can make that work. Although the weather's getting cold, so I'd rather stay along the Gulf, because there's gyms on the Gulf Coast, and the weather's not that I like fear the cold, but every time it hits, I'm like, this is it. Like, it was like 39 the other night, and I was actually hot. My van is well insulated, and Leo Douglas is a little heater. Just put him on my legs, and I start sweating. But when I see 29, I'm like, ooh. I don't even think it'll be an issue. We'll see. I did get accepted to be a RV host at a place in outside of Mobile. But the guy was kind of a chode when he messaged me. He's like, I was expecting a couple, an older couple in an RV. Instead, you're just a long haired dude in a van with a cat. But I will entertain your offer because you train martial arts. And he said he likes people that look different and think different than him, which people say that until you start looking and talking differently than them. Then they get all uppity. Plus, it's 32 hours a week just for a park spot, which is more than I was working. I mean, not really. I was working way extra on the farm. But yeah, it's weird being alone again. I missed it when I wasn't alone. Now, it just takes a minute to get used to. I've been having these waves of like, nothing matters at all. Just thinking like, or just feeling like that. It's like the human existence is just like, wake up, eat shit, do whatever, clean, just do some mundane thing, eat again, shit again, go to bed. It's just, what are we even doing here? It's crazy. But yeah, I have waves of that lately. And like feeling my own skeleton through my skin has been weird too. That's been happening a lot. Well, I don't want to yap your ear off, but this kid, this is how you do it. You just do it like that. See you guys.